everybody? Welcome to Just Geeking Out. It's Sunday, so we talking geek. I'm Lawrence St. Victor, and this is my cousin, Chris St. Victor.
What up? What up?
We get here every Sunday. We talk geek. We bring up news, things we watch, all that shenanigans. Just a place to geek out. And if we don't talk about anything you guys are interested in, it's probably because we're not interested in
It's
it.
too bad. It's too bad. It's our show. We don't get paid for it, so
we're gonna do what we want to do. But before all that, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit us up in the comments section. We do go live every Sunday. So join us, or thank you for watching it after it's live. Anyway, Chris, how was your week, man?
week was good, man. I did
The
some
geeky stuff. I don't want to hear anything about your bills or taxes or your lawn.
Oh, my lawn.
Or your lawn. Oh, you were looking for those, sir. Are you going to show and tell? All right, let's give you the space.
It's gonna be an unofficial show and tell because I'm still waiting on one more, which is the black one. But
did you buy? Wait, so you have all of them except the black one?
The black one's coming. The black one just didn't come in time yet.
So the black one's late.
Black one's late. How appropriate! How appropriate.
Did you buy all these from the same seller, or did you have to find these individually?
I pieced them together. So I actually have two green lions because some guy was selling the green and the yellow together for like $20. So I bought two green lions.
Yeah, the stickers aren't bad.
No.
Not for what, 30 years?
Yeah,
more.
1984.
Jeez.
This one actually has the canopy.
Wow, that's probably pretty rare to find one with a canopy and still has all the stickers.
Yep.
You had this. We played with this.
I played with it a lot.
We made them our Power Rangers Zord.
A lot.
You don't know where your original joints are?
I don't know what my original joint is, but now I have this, and I'm gonna tell you, I kind of went a little overboard. So I bought all these, right? I spent maybe, realistically, I probably spent like $100.
Okay,
which is not bad because I've been looking for them in toy stores and stuff like that, and you find them in the wild. They went $300-400 for the full set.
It's probably smarter to piece them together,
right? Well, usually, but then I found one. Some guy was selling one complete set with canopies on both for $80. So I bought that too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna have.
You started hunting, and then in the middle of your hunt, you saw the option to buy the whole thing.
I saw it. So after I bought all these, that means I'm gonna have one in play rotation. I'm gonna put one in the case next to the Power Rangers Zords because it's kind of like a precursor to Power Rangers. So
I thought you were about to sell them, sell the doubles.
Nah. I'm gonna keep one locked up. I'm gonna keep one locked up, and I'm gonna keep one.
Right, you're gonna have two full Voltrons.
Two full complete Voltrons.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I have an extra green.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I have to tell you though, Chris, just for your geek card, Power Rangers predates Voltron. If you look at the Japanese Sentai series.
What year was Japanese Sentai?
It might blow your mind. Let's see.
Because I know these toys are 1984.
Oh. Japanese Sentai is going to say, hold my beer. The first Sentai, the Super Sentai series, started in 1975.
Wow.
Is when it first started. So by the time when Saban decided to pick up the Mighty Morphin, it already had years in the game. They could have chosen any season.
Years of history. Can we talk about how smart we can go back to make me regular size again? But can we talk about how smart Saban was? So did you see that that special Power Rangers I think it was the toys that made us that talked about Power Rangers, but talk about how
things.
There's a few things, but they talk about how they were on a budget and no one believed in them. And they made such a profit on this because it was already done. All they did was shoot the live action cutscenes
Yeah,
with the Rangers
yeah.
that we know.
Which is
So
like brilliant, and I don't want to get political, but also speaks to like our American kind of capitalism because he also didn't pay the American actors barely anything.
well, that's
They
why
made so
Zach.
much money not having
Mm,
to do the stunts, but didn't pay their actors and
right.
made. But then again, that's why you got to have a lawyer, man. They didn't get any money off
No.
toys, likenesses, nothing.
And then and then the Power Rangers, they pulled the same, they used the 80s card. Excuse me,
Oh, that
the
was
80s, yeah,
God
it's a good
bless you.
one. It was Dad Sneeze. They used the
Yeah.
80s card where they used this as a vehicle to brand it on everything.
Yeah. And to this day, I don't know if there's been a new Power Ranger series in a couple of years, but to this day, it's the same thing because they'll go out and shoot in New Zealand, and so it's still a non-union production. So the actors in Power
Wow.
Rangers, even to this day, with the exception, I think of when Disney took it over. I think the Disney era is when those actors were union and they got some type of residuals. But Saban took it back over, and to this day, they're doing non-union productions in New Zealand, paying them barely anything, and all these toys and books and comics and video games, nothing.
Oh man,
Maybe it's a little better than it was. Maybe they get a little something, but
maybe.
yo, Austin St. John was like he went right back to like living in his car.
Austin St. John lives right not far from here.
Uh
He's in Texas over here. He's
get
like a
him
couple towns over.
get him on the show.
Well, when I see him, I'll ask him.
Ah man. Well I got some stuff to show you.
Let me know. I know we spoke yesterday, so I'm excited to see
It's
what you might have.
ridiculous. Well, first things first, this came.
Nice. You're the
Got
only
to
guy I know who still buys Blu-rays.
listen. I I wasn't going to, but then the old man in me went, what happens when HBO Max and all these services go up? We have an issue with DC. We lost the license. And then they pull all this stuff off.
And then how you gonna watch it?
This happens to people who just rely on streaming all the time. Music, like
Yeah.
it could just be gone.
Jay-Z pulled all those stuff off of Spotify.
Right. What if you bought it? Or whatever. So my thing is if you enjoy something, get the physical media. You get the digital copy anyway.
Well, that's what Stan Lee said. When they were asked Stan Lee about, are you threatened by digitization of comic books? He said no.
Etc. What's going on?
Yo,
Yo.
he said comic books are like boobs. It's great to see one on TV, but you'd rather have one in your hand.
No lies were told.
Can't argue with that logic.
No
Great statement.
lies were told. Yeah. Because what happens when your TV, all of a sudden you ain't got no TV, your TV broke.
Yeah,
Bye bye boobs. What you gonna do?
yep, that's true. Sure.
So first, all right, I'm gonna show you something.
Let me see what you got.
Big, baby. Okay. First, I'm gonna need to put on some protection.
Ooh. Oh.
No glove, no
No
love.
love.
Okay, I gotta unplug for a second.
All right.
Chris,
This
it's
is Talking
ridiculous.
Geeky, the
It's a,
S&M segment.
this is. Hold on, my computer just did something that just messed up. So
You're
now,
still good, though. You're still good.
am I good? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll leave one hand out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna slide back, as you can see.
Yep. He did it. He did it. Ladies and gentlemen, he pulled the trigger.
He pulled the trigger. Ask me, do I have any regrets?
Life is short, buddy.
Not a single regret. I got the Spirit Halloween Proton Pack. Full on Proton Pack.
Throw the proton packs in the backs and they split. Forgot about Vigo, the master of evil, trying to battle the boys. It's not
What,
legal.
what are you saying?
That's the Bobby Brown on our own from Ghostbusters
Oh,
2.
shoot. But Chris,
Oh my goodness.
listen, man. Who you gonna call?
How much was that? Oh my goodness. Oh, I need that in my life. That is
Dude,
fire.
dude, yo, it fits really well. It comes with glove, really good
Right?
glove. And if you do have a flight suit, they give you a patch
Oh
and
shoot.
extra patches. You asked me how much was it?
Right? All of it.
This joint's like 270.
That's money well spent though. What are you gonna do with it after? You gonna mount it?
I bought a guitar stand, so I'm just
Okay,
gonna have
okay.
it like on the floor, but it's gonna be up
Very cool.
because it won't stand up on its own. Um, there's actually another brand that makes etc. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I had to. I had to. There's another brand called HalloweenCostumes.com
Okay.
for about the same price, and it's actually better than Spirit Halloween's one.
So I can roll up to a Spirit Halloween and cop that?
Yeah, that's why because once I get into something, I start doing so much research on
Of
how to
course.
do it. Um, that's why I got the Spirit Halloween one because I wanted. When I saw it, I got the bug, I got the fever. I needed it now. I want it now, and I was like, this would be dope for Halloween.
It would be dope
So
for Halloween.
you can go into a Spirit Halloween in your store if they still have them left. Which there was there was two of these in
Okay.
my store. And then they also have smaller ones that are about $80, which is kind of the smaller version. It still fits an adult, but it's not like
No, I
one
want
for
that
one.
one.
But the HalloweenCostumes.com one is much more closer to the movie.
Hold on.
Um,
Sebastian, can you go upstairs and get and grab the Ghostbusters trap? It's in one of the drawers. You gotta find it. The trap? Yeah. Go grab it.
um, and they actually, it comes with a trap too. Well, it doesn't come with a trap. You can buy a
You
trap.
have a trap?
I don't have a trap. I was gonna.
Okay.
Spirit Halloween sells a trap and sells a proton pack. I was gonna get the trap, but then I'm like, I think the proton pack will suffice for now.
For
But
now. But
HalloweenCostumes.com is way better. So if you're interested, I would get the HalloweenCostumes.com one.
still
Unless you,
270?
I think it might be a little, yeah, plus maybe shipping. I don't know the shipping is like, but it's an American store, so it shouldn't be too crazy.
Okay.
Um, and it's just more lights. The sound is better. It's a little bit more accurate. I would have got it, but I wanted to make sure I had it by Halloween. I didn't know how
Yeah.
long it would take to
So are
get.
you dressing up?
I'm wearing like this fitted Ghostbusters T-shirt showing the gun
Okay. Okay.
with some like freaking camouflage cargo pants with the Ghostbuster pack and like some sunglasses. Like
I'm with
I,
it.
I'm the one they call.
Exactly.
I'm the one the Ghostbusters
You're the Rick
call.
Moranis. You take the bus. You don't get to ride Ecto One. You take the
No,
bus.
I'm not Rick Moran. I'm the Wolverine of the Ghost. I'm the Tommy. I'm the Green
Okay.
Ranger.
Okay.
When
Okay.
they in trouble, they call me. The Ghostbusters call me.
Okay.
I'm not Rick
Fair enough.
Moranis. um, but that's my big show and tell, dude. I mean, it's fun, and there will be an unboxing. I already recorded it. That'll drop on Tuesday. Now, if you are going to go to Spirit Halloween, they came out with this a couple of years ago. So there's one on the box. It specifically says like new for 2025.
Okay.
Get that one because I think they're still
What's the
selling the one.
difference?
I think where the speakers are placed, I think the sound is better on this one. But I don't think it would matter much to you. But I said, but if there's a newer one, get the newer
No,
one.
you get the best one that's out there.
Yeah. So between this and HalloweenCostumes.com, you're talking like 270. And HasLab is dropping their 1984 one because they did the Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's gonna be like five, six
It'd be
hundred.
dope. Yeah, has other ones are they're nice. I've seen them on. I've never seen one. No, I have seen one in person. I saw one at the toy show I went to, and
Mm-hmm.
they wanted big bucks for it,
I mean,
four figures.
it, wa- right? Because once they make them, they make them. It's done. They don't.
That's it.
They're not just so. And with the HasLab, the Neutrino wand, the gun,
Yep,
is sold separately. They don't
that's a
put them
jerk.
together. So like you dropping five for this and then like another three for that. Nah.
They know what they're doing.
Listen, I'm a Ghostbusters fan, but it's like it's not. I'm not
That's a lot of money to drop on something that's not an actual like movie. Uh,
like actual screen use.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a friend of mine did jumped into an auction and he spent like a couple $1,000s on like screen used Power Rangers stuff, like helmet. I
That's
think he got
cool.
a costume.
That's cool.
He got some really cool stuff. My boy Delon. He was showing it to me. I'm like, I ain't about to drop $7,000 on this
Nah, I'm good.
fucking. But yeah, 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 yeah. You finished that comic book. You want
I did finish the comic
to.
book. Let's discuss it.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. So
Oh, you
just
haven't finished it yet?
spoiler free thoughts. And we're
Um,
talking about the new Batman comic, Batman the Second Night, which is like a
yeah,
1940s kind of
1939 actually.
39. Oh, well, when Batman debuted,
Right, right.
which is at the beginnings of World War II.
Yep, yep.
Um, it's right up your alley, man.
It is right, man. So there's a lot. So it takes place right before we break out to war. We had Pearl Harbor hasn't happened yet. It's still a conflict. We still haven't broken out into World War II yet, but we know Hitler's moving. Hitler's moving throughout Europe. So you have that overtone. They reference that overtone a lot.
Hmm.
So it's very, very like gritty detective noir piece where there's these murders of people and they're trying to figure out who's getting murdered and what they know who it is, but they're trying to figure out who is doing it and why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And the Batman at this point, this is the very beginning of his career because he's still kind of a legend. People are still questioning whether the Batman is actually real or not. And the tone, the mood,
It's right.
it's just right. It's everything you want. And like, we talk about this a lot. Batman is best when he's fighting like mob and like serial killers and street level people, right?
Hmm.
That's what makes sense. You have a regular guy who has all these resources, but it's a regular guy, unpowered guy fighting these guys,
Hmm.
and these are the people that he needs to be going after. These are the people that he go, and we get a lot of Bruce Wayne in this issue, so we see kind of him balance both sides
Yeah.
of so it's really good. The art is fantastic. It's almost Alex Ross esque.
Very
Um,
like painting.
yeah, yeah, and it's just
The nuance
it's
for me. He's like this without giving anything away. Like there's a moment where Batman visits like people he knows and he scares them and he
yes,
apologizes. And I'm like, right.
yes,
Like I know somewhere, and we saw it in Batman the Animated Series, and I'm sure it's on all media where Batman kind of gets a kick out of scaring his allies. Why? Okay, like
he
we
actually
never
gets
thought
lectured.
we never thought to think about why he would get a kick out of scaring Gordon on a rooftop.
Right,
Like this guy's trying to hold the city together. This guy
right. His
has
nerves are shot to begin with.
he has a family at home he's neglecting.
Right.
Why do you keep scaring the crap out of him and not saying bye when you leave? like honestly,
Why are
like
you being
why?
mad rude?
Like to your allies.
Right.
And I never realized it until I read that page of him. Like, yeah, why would he do that?
Yeah. So he shows up to it's a rabbi, and the rabbi specifically tells him that's not how you treat a friend. Like pretty much son Batman.
And Batman's completely like, I apologize, you are a
Yeah.
friend. And I'm like, yeah,
Right.
like, and that kind of goes to my point of last week, where it's like Batman only became a creature of the night because criminals are a cowardly, superstitious lot. If
Right.
there was another way to do it, he would have. So he's not trying to be fear incarnate to his allies. He's not walking around as the boogeyman to everybody.
Right.
So I loved it. I love that page.
Would you want to see a movie set in this time?
Yes. Honestly, since we're gonna have a new DCU Batman, and I think that needs to be closer to like World's Finest. That needs to be closer to what we talked about last week. I would have loved retroactively if Pattinson's universe was in 1939.
I would even take like a hybrid, like Batman animated series, like stylized, almost Fantastic Four-ish, like
Well,
future where you
we
have
might
like the
we
Jetson
might get
style.
that. We might get that. That can fit in the new DCU.
I mean, I'm with it. I mean, I think this period really it works. It really, really, really works for Batman.
It does. And just because Batman over time has become like reliant on technology, and it's always fun when we have a Batman before technology can even be relied upon like that.
Right,
Like he's not going to have some really dope Batmobile in 1939. It's probably going to be a regular car with a souped up engine, maybe, but it's
right,
not going to be this thing if it's told realistically.
right.
Um, no, I can't wait to finish it. Just
Because
stay mad.
realistically, the end game for Batman, the way he is really Iron Man. To be honest with you, that's like Batman Beyond is essentially Iron Man.
I mean, if you read the Batman comics right now, you'd have to ask yourself why he hasn't already built himself a suit like that today.
Right.
He
So
already
that's
has them.
why. So that's why this period makes so much sense for me because I can suspend. You give me a stylized, like a retro future past, where you can take some liberties with some of the technological advancements, but I'm not at a point where I'm gonna have a Iron Man version of Batman.
Well, to be honest with you, it's not in the 40s or late 30s, but Pattinson's version is that. The fact that they made his Bruce Wayne have to build everything from scratch, and
That's
he
true.
hates the idea of Bruce Wayne, so he's not even using Wayne tech. It's kind of giving you that feel of I only have access to what my hands can build. Me and Alfred.
Yeah.
It kind of gives you that. And honestly, yeah, and I guess the Riddler isn't too different.
Yeah.
Pattinson kind of is kind of giving us that, but still set
Yeah.
in the 2000s to a degree. Cool. All right, nice. But what we should talk about before we get into the news? Well, have you even watched Peacemaker yet?
Nope.
God, this kid is so
Um,
good, Chris. All right. Okay. Have Gen Z? Are you caught up on Gen Z?
Gen Z doesn't exist, but I've watched the first two episodes of Gen B. I watched the first two episodes of Gen B.
I didn't realize what I even said. Um, I'm watching the latest episode, and
Okay.
I'm just not feeling it. I'm gonna keep
So
watching it, but I'm just
yeah.
not feeling it. It's,
So, and we spoke about this, but you made a really, really, really good point. We went through all that with them to get out of the school, and spoiler alert, they're back.
they're back, and when they dropped the first three episodes,
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Usually they do that because this is your filler here, right? And
Right.
your next episode that comes out weekly will be the one that pushes it further along. But the stakes are just not high enough for where they left off last season, even with this latest episode. Like if this
Right.
was the first season, then I'd be like, yeah. But from where it left off of, oh, Hunter Iggy's in the house, everybody. Lawrence, what are your thoughts on James Gunn saying there's no Peacemaker season 3 yet? And he also said that the characters will appear in other media. We're gonna get the Peacemaker,
Huh.
but I didn't know he said that. I honestly I think that's a good thing because I think he did this with DC and Marvel's done this before, where they laid out a whole slate of movies and TV shows, only to have to like go back and say, well, we're not going to do this. Like we were supposed to have a the Authority or something, and
Oh yeah.
we're not getting that because just the script wasn't there for it. You know, he said we're going to call this Superman Legacy only to call us Superman. I won't be surprised if it's going to be no longer called Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So I
Hmm.
feel like when they're ready to have a season 3 and really understand where it fits in the world that he's creating, I'm
Then announce
happy.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because we know that these characters don't need to exist in the content they're in. They can pop up anywhere else. And if you've been watching Peacemaker, we'd have a really great conversation right now
We would
about
be,
that
but
very topic.
it's a good point. I think announcement stuff is kind of putting the cart before the horse, right? So you had all these projects that were announced on both the DC and the Marvel side that never came to fruition because either the predecessor flopped or whatever, and it's like,
Hmm.
let's just take it as it goes and
Yeah.
kind of react accordingly. And I think we'll get better content that way.
Well, he said also like they're doing the Clayface movie right now, which is part of the DCU. And
I've seen clips from it.
he said that wasn't part of our slate. But these great directors showed up and dropped the script on my desk.
It's okay,
And it
buddy.
was like, how do we not we got to do this. This is an amazing script,
Right.
you know? So yeah, and as far as characters showing up in other media, I'm all for that. I like what he's done in Peacemaker, where you'll see you saw the first episode, the Justice
Yep.
Gang shows up.
Yep.
It's not you don't have to watch Superman to understand it. Like it's not like the MCU right now where you have to have required watching. As long as he
That
doesn't make it required watching, like if you're gonna go see Supergirl, you probably should see Superman. But if you
right.
don't, you can still enjoy Supergirl.
Right.
I'm
Let's talk about
cool.
required watching when we get to zombies.
Well, we're about to talk about that in 2 freaking seconds. What was I about to say? So yeah, Gen
Bree.
V. Gen V. It's just the stakes aren't there, man. And they're trying. And it's feeling real CW. And I love the CW. But CW was like they had 22 episodes. So you felt like, a third of that was filler because they had no
Right.
choice. And it's starting to feel like that here. Like the first episodes they dropped was just to get us to the point. And I don't want to feel that way with our content.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still good. The actors are brilliant. So I'm gonna keep watching. But yeah, it's first season I was all for it. Lawrence and Ice Cube. What if over? Huh?
Overman.
Oh, don't say now, Hunter Iggy. He isn't caught up. We can't talk about Peacemaker here. But that would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous in the most best possible way. That would be freaking amazing. That's all
All
I'll
right.
say.
I'm gonna get caught up eventually.
Hunter Iggy, it's too good. We can't even talk about that because we know it's not going to happen. But that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's talk about Marvel Zombies, man.
Yeah.
We're going to talk briefly about Marvel Zombies. There's still some things I want to get into before our hour's up, but we are going to get into spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen Marvel Zombies, maybe you should listen to us talk about it.
Right.
You'll see if you
So
want to watch it.
the mistake I made, I never did you finish What If?
I finished the what ifs I needed to watch to enjoy Marvel Zombies.
Okay. I didn't. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
You
We just
saw
jumped.
yes, you did. You saw the
I
Marvel.
didn't see all of it.
You didn't see the Marvel Zombie what if?
No, I didn't.
Really?
I got really disenchanted with What If
That was like
because
the best episode that season.
probably because it was the other episode, because every other episode was good.
Yeah, yeah,
So ridiculous.
yeah. Also, you were a little okay.
But I understood. I understood the premise behind zombies, but it took me a little bit to get into it. No, no, I take me back. No, it did take me a little bit to get into it. I just felt like
You didn't need the other what if episode. You kind of needed it to understand the Scarlet Witch of it all a bit.
right, right.
Um, but I barely remember that episode because it came out like 5 years ago.
Years ago, and this is the problem. This is what we talked about. This is what you talk about. Your point when you made Peacemaker about how you can jump in. It's nice if you've seen the previous content, but if you haven't, it's the end of the world. This they're referencing such obscure characters
Mm-hmm.
that if you didn't watch everything, you're like, what's going on? And who the hell are these people?
Who are the and I'm gonna glaze James Gunn like a freaking donut right now. Okay. He's such a skilled writer and producer. We haven't had a Peacemaker series in probably close to 5 years. Like
Right,
season one, maybe 4 years ago.
right,
But he writes his characters so specific and so distinct that we can pick up season two and already feel like we know what's going on, even if we don't
right,
remember parts of season one.
right.
Marvel Zombies, not only is it not doing a good job of recapping you about the What If episode, they're not even doing a good job in making you care about the characters they're using. I shouldn't have to watch Ironheart, Shang-Chi, the Hawkeye series. I shouldn't have to watch any of the Disney Plus series to care about the characters on screen. That's
Right.
the
And
writing.
right, right. And the thing is too is that if you don't know this, you are lost as to it's not like they're running into major characters. You're like, okay, they're running into okay, we ran into Thor, I'm fine. But when a lot of these characters, like we run into obscure third string characters where if you don't know your lore, you're like,
But even if you
who?
ran into Thor and you know who Thor is, if they don't do a good job writing his character, you're not gonna care. We gotta
Right,
care. If you watch The Walking Dead, if you watch The Last of Us, you know the way a zombie apocalypse works is they make you care about your main characters so much you're scared for their life. I didn't care about any of these characters enough, and I know these characters. I watch
right,
Miss Marvel. I'm the audience. I watch Miss Marvel. I watch
right.
most of Ironheart. I love the Hawkeye series.
Watch.
I'm gonna watch the rest.
I watched most of it
I
too.
love the freaking the Black Widow and and all. I know I actually know who all these characters are, but within the content they're showing me, there's no reason for me to care about them.
Right.
Why do I care about her, Miss Marvel? Why? Because we made you care about her in that series. No, you got to make me care about her in the content I'm
Mm,
watching.
when did you become so overpowered?
I don't know. When did every like this whole series is a thin plot strung together with amazing action because everything was
Yes.
overpowered. You'll literally have them when they meet Scarlet Witch.
Yep.
You'll have them in this dining hall that can hold no more than probably 800 at the most people. But when they turn to zombies, there's millions,
So
hordes and hordes.
so this was the redeeming. The series was actually pretty good. The series wasn't terrible.
It was weak
The
sauce.
redeeming quality of the series was these long action-packed fight sequences. I mean, if you're gonna give me something, give me action. The cardinal sin of all of our content is being boring, right?
I found it boring.
Really?
I think because I used to we defend this thing like just be fun, and I'm like, yeah, but I think as we got older, our palate is more sophisticated. And I was thinking to myself, Lawrence, are you being that disgruntled fan who wants everything to be perfect? And I'm like, no, because even The Lion King made me care. Little Mermaid made me care. So it's not about my age or being disgruntled. I
Wait,
think
when did you recently watch Little Mermaid, Lawrence?
as a kid, I cared.
Okay, okay, okay.
But I'm sure if I watch it, I care now because they do a good job of laying out who these people are and what their wants and their needs are. So
Right,
when I'm watching this content, I'm going, the action set pieces get boring to me after a while because there's nothing at stake. Like the reason why John Wick is amazing is because you always care about John Wick.
right.
Ballerina, I got a little tired towards the end because they didn't make me care about her as much. So by the end of the 13th round of machine gun gunfire
You
fight,
didn't care about Anna de Artemis, Lawrence?
I care about her. And also, but so here, and then I'm like, wait, so you telling me Hulk? So Hulk basically is now like the bridge. He has all the power of the Infinity
He's
Stone.
Loki, right?
He's kind of
He's
what
an anchor
Loki's doing.
being, they said.
He's an anchor being, but he has the power of the Infinity Stones. And anyone who reads a freaking comic book could know that Hulk could probably solo this entire zombie universe
So,
without the power of the Infinity Stones.
time out, because that's a fantastic point.
He can
I'm
solo this
watching them,
whole
and
universe.
they show up, and they're in Kung Pao, whatever, Enter the Fist, and then they're
Shang-Chi?
like, yeah, yeah,
What?
but they when
Oh,
they
they're
enter,
in the place. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, they enter the place, and they tell the backstory about how Hulk absorbed everything. So I'm like, all of your sacrifices in all of your journey were like
For nothing.
insignificant for nothing.
Well, that's also the point. It feels like that's why I don't think it's that good because they would just do a thing and then out of nowhere, just did you know Hulk can absorb infinity power? No,
You know,
that's
Hulk is the most powerful being in the universe ever.
because the last time I saw the Hulk, he wasn't strong enough to snap without risking his life.
Right.
But you're saying he's the kind of being that can absorb infinity power.
That's
So I'm
right.
like,
Because he was in a sling during Iron Man's freaking.
MCU's going against their own rules for plot device. Well, they're going to have this device. They got to get to space. They get to space. It doesn't work. What else? Hulk absorbed all the power. They got to protect Hulk. It feels like one of those bad video games that just keeps giving you missions to make the game last longer.
You know what it felt like? Yeah. You know, it felt like, you know how like when you're actually doing something and like a child comes, like you're carrying something, a child's like, let me help you carry it, and you're like, okay, you're helping. That's how it felt like. Like Hulk is there, and then like Shang-Chi and his friend who has the rings for some reason show up, and they're like, okay, we're here to help, and I'm like, all right, like what are you guys gonna do that Hulk can't do?
Or in your writing, make it so him being an anchor being means he can't lose focus. Make it a focus thing. He actually
Right.
can't defend himself because if he loses focus, he can't
Then
control
yeah,
the power.
the universe falls apart. The fabric of the universe
But
falls
that would
apart.
require writing, like I said it in the text, like Shang Chi's friend who gets the rings. Why does she have the rings? Because
Reasons.
and I can understand why he would give them to her. They're in a zombie apocalypse, but make it make sense. Make her be the one that got
Or,
bit. He uses
at
the
least
ring,
show a reason, her getting the rings, have something that no, she just shows up with rings like, hey, look at me, I have rings.
something of, and it's the zombie apocalypse. We don't need every 2 seconds for there to be a joke. The humor is too much. Like I hate to rag on it, but Chris, eventually we have to like take our childlike glasses off and go, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. And if we're gonna say the action set pieces were great, that's the minimum requirement.
Yeah.
That's what you need to have. It's superheroes fighting zombies. Like that's
Right.
what is it called when you have that's the price of admission. That's just the
Right.
general price of
That's
admission.
true. That's true.
It's like
That's true. Tinkles.
I'm playing a fighting game and the story's trash and the animation's trash, but you'd be like, but
I'm
the
fighting.
fighting's dope. It's a fighting game.
That's all you got.
That's
It's like watching an adult movie. You know you're gonna get to the money shot, but everything
wait,
else is
wait.
filler. How is your example not like my example? It's the same thing.
Okay. So in a roundabout way, I didn't enjoy the content. It wasn't. It was nice to have on because I had nothing else to watch.
Yeah.
But it to me is part of the reason why the MCU is taking a hit. They just assume. Okay, here's my analogy about the MCU, and then we can move on. And the DCU.
Okay.
When the DCU came out, like Affleck and Cavill and all that stuff. It was almost like they're the most popular guy in school, but since they're so popular, they don't have to do any work, right? Because you got Batman, you got Superman, you got Wonder Woman, you got Flash. You know who they are. We don't have to like catch you up to speed.
Right.
But because they didn't have to catch up to speed, they didn't have to work as hard. So they're like C students.
Right.
And you have the MCU with these obscure heroes at the time. Iron Man and Captain America and Thor were not the A tier pop culture heroes, but so they had to work twice as hard to be good because they're not.
Right.
Marvel now switched places. They're just like, well, I know you watched Miss Marvel. Did
Exactly.
I? Did I? You
I
know,
mean,
It's Blade, but he's also Moon Knight.
good. Okay,
Who
okay.
cares?
Time out.
That was the
That was
dumbest thing I've
pretty.
ever seen. That
That
was
was pretty
stupid.
awesome.
No,
You thought
how?
it was stupid?
What did he do as Blade that he couldn't have done without the Moon Knight powers?
Look,
No,
all it
answer.
was
No, answer that.
nothing.
Answer me this: Could he have just showed up as Blade without Moon Knight powers?
I mean, I assume that he was enhanced because of the
He's
Moon Knight
what
powers.
did he do? That
He
you
was
know,
the guy, told him where to go, and his eyes glowed.
his eyes might. That's it. They needed to give him Moon Knight powers because they needed some reason, some Yoda-like character to move the plot. But he didn't. You didn't give me what I wanted. Give me Blade with the Moon Knight's powers.
And it was a bold choice to make Blade who Blade was.
Wait, don't skip over that part, Chris. You watched the Moon Knight.
Right. I love Moon Knight.
Blade with the Moon Knight's powers. What does that even look like?
I don't even know.
They didn't give it to us.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
why it was,
think I, I think it was more about Khonshu guiding them, being like their spirit guide.
which is dumb. Make
He
it
was
the
like
watch.
the he was
Make
like
them
the Jaga of that's a Thundercats reference.
right. But yeah, plot device. But you can't give me Spider-Man with Superman's powers and he never flies. Like what
But
is
he
that
kind of
saying?
but he kind of did have his powers though. He had
He
the
already has speed and strength and agility. He's a vampire.
but he was the what do you call it? The avatar of Khonshu.
But what does that look like?
Glowing eyes, Lawrence.
What physical moment did you see Blade do where you were like, wow, he couldn't have done that without Moon
When
Knight's
he talked to
powers?
Valkyrie, when he popped out, was like, "I'm Khonshu," and she's like,
Oh,
"Hey,
that part.
Birdhead."
Oh, to move the plot, but not to actually invest in how dope should these fights be when you got
I
Blade
I
powered
I
by
I
Moon.
I'm assuming the fighting was better because he was
Chris, you're
powered by
killing.
him.
Okay, listen. Hal Jordan's a regular guy, right?
Right, right,
And then he gets the Green Lantern ring,
right,
becomes Green Lantern.
right.
I would assume that if the Flash got the Green Lantern ring, we'd get to see what it looks like for the Flash to have Green Lantern
Well,
power.
we've seen Batman get the Green Lantern ring.
Not a human being, a super powered being in his own right, getting extra powers.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to, like, he did not use the
But
Moon Knight powers.
what could he have done?
Fly, at least. At least fly. At the very least,
Okay,
fly.
fair enough.
Throw moons. Okay, disappear and reappear. Everything I saw in that Moon Knight series, Blade should have done, and then on top of that, did his Blade thing. Super
Yeah,
powered Blade, upgraded
yeah.
Blade.
I still liked him.
And they made him a Mahershala Ali, which is very interesting.
Very
He
interesting.
didn't voice it though,
Yeah.
but yeah, Chris sort of liked it. I'm like I could take it or leave it. Like if I never saw it, I wouldn't be mad I missed it. I'm
To
not
be
mad I
fa-
saw it.
no, I'm not mad. So to be honest with you, I wasn't looking forward to it. I found it by accident. I was flipping through. I was like, oh shoot, Marvel Zombies is out.
I was actually looking forward to it. I like zombies. I like the What If episode. And then as soon as I saw,
I had so much more hope for What If in general. I think they could have done so much more What If than what they did. I don't need like extensions of Marvel. I mean, I don't know. It felt like they just used what they took off the cutting room floor and put it into an episode. It's like, what if Iron Man turned left instead of turning right? Like it was such like I don't know. I want to see more drastic what if scenarios.
what if's a hard sell? What if to me only works if you really know your universe? And I think around that time is when they got on shaky ground and spread themselves too thin. Because you can't tell me a what if of something where you don't even know where you're going yet.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So yes, what if Peggy Carter and I love that part of it because, like, yeah, we spent some time with Cap. We know what that is. what if what if T'Challa was Star Lord? Good episode, but
It was a good episode. I mean, that, it was a good. It was an
it was
emotional
never
episode, but
a question I ever asked in front of the comic
right,
book
right,
store.
exactly. I remember that. I mean, it was a what if, like, if you look at the comics, like, what if Silver Surfer never was able to leave the Earth, or like something that would actually have an effect on the Marvel universe. Not,
But you have to know
not
what you're
if,
doing to do the
you know,
antithesis.
or you could just, but you can't. You just pick, you know, what if Loki won? What if Loki was what if his invasion was successful? You can do that. You can still work within the confines of the MCU, but just ask major questions, you
Well,
know? What
I
if Iron
wish
Man never died? What if this happened? What if that happened? You know what?
I think the problem is also that it's very Disneyified, right? So they're not asking the deep questions, the dark questions, because it does feel like I'm watching a Disney animated series, even in Marvel Zombies, which was
Let's tell you,
graphic.
I'm putting it on right now. I'm not with the TV. I'm just looking at the episodes right now. And they're asking stupid questions, Lawrence.
But they can't go.
Stupid what ifs.
But it's shallow. Like I love the MCU. Don't get me wrong, but we have our Iron Man stories, but we don't do Demon in a Bottle, right? We don't do the dark stuff. And I feel like What If lends itself to obscure, darker stories that
But
we
you know
don't
what?
do.
I don't even need that. You can keep, like I said, you can keep it within the confines of the MCU and just take major plot points and ask, what if these major plot points went in a different direction? But we
Okay.
didn't get that. We didn't get that. We got look. I have my Disney Plus open right now on my TV. Right, I'm looking up what if. I'm gonna read you some of the titles of the what ifs, and then tell me how disappointing it is. Because we got like, and I was so, and this was one of the things that I was so excited for. I was really excited for this series because I thought the series was going to be,
Did you ever read What If comics?
yes, I really enjoyed the What If comics. Really enjoyed the What If comics. So we got three seasons of it. So we have nine. We got like 26 episodes.
And some of it's the Peggy Carter arc.
Yeah. Okay. We got obviously What If Zombies. We talked about. What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? What if Thor were an only child?
What if Hulk's favorite color was red?
Exactly, exactly, exactly. What if Nebula joined the Nova Corps? Like, who the hell cares? What if Happy Hogan saved Christmas?
But that's my that's my point. Why would we care about Nebula joining a core that we don't even know about? I think we saw a glimpse of
Right,
them maybe in Guardians, but
right.
nothing profound. It wasn't profound.
What if Hela found the Ten Rings?
That's
Maybe.
interesting, but we don't care about Hella.
What if the Avengers assembled in 1602? Okay, that was like okay, that one was, but like we got, and then they did it again in season three. What if 1872? What if Howard the Duck got hitched? Come on, man. Come on, really? Like, so, and that's my point. Like, what if Agatha went to Hollywood?
It's just weak, and in turn, Marvel Zombies was weak. Amazing action, but nothing really in the middle. So a wonderfully seasoned bun, Chris. So much so
Right.
you can think there's meat inside, but there ain't no meat inside that bun.
I know. I know.
Where's the meat? Because even Fast and Furious, it gives you what you signed up for. I'm not saying
Right.
all content has to be sophisticated, but it needs to be sophisticated in what it's trying to do. And Fast and Furious says we're going to give you an ensemble of characters that have amazing chemistry,
Uh-huh.
some dope action pieces, and there are going to be moments where you're going to feel in your feels about family. If they stop doing that, if Fast and Furious comes out one day and it's just about Dom and not about the others, they've
Right.
missed the plot. You've
Right.
missed it.
Right.
I would love to see a what if we never got a Captain Marvel movie. Yo, y'all laugh. Captain Marvel made $1 billion.
That's
Y'all
true.
laugh. Captain Marvel made $1 billion.
I mean, what if we never got She-Hulk? Then we get She-Hulk, then we would never have
I
the
like.
torture.
We would never have Wongers.
We would never have Wonder. You're right.
Y'all be forgetting that She-Hulk gave us one of the best moments I've ever seen in superhero content.
And
I'm
it was
exaggerating.
Madison that like, oh my goodness.
Madison. I will watch a whole show with Madison and Wong. Are you
Madison
kidding
and
me?
Wongers.
Are
Oh
you
man.
kidding me? I didn't mind She-Hulk.
I mean, I didn't need to see Daredevil do the walk of shame. And you're muted, I think.
Am I back yet?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Uh, man, you know how many times in our universe Matt Murdock made these girls do the walk of shame?
I
He's like,
mean,
with
I
a lot of
guess.
women in Netflix. A lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the grass is always greener on this side. But that's because the other side is full of
For
BS.
BS.
It's called fertilizer, sir. All right, that's Marvel Zombies. We talked your heads up. We got like 10 minutes to go down a list of news items. So
All right.
James Gunn talked about Batman a bit in this podcast, and he basically said like it's so easy casting Batman's easy because you have the suit. Superman's hard. You need a guy with Superman face. You know how hard it is to cast a guy who physically looks like Superman, but is also a good actor, also age appropriate, also has all the other things. He's like Batman's not too hard, and a lot of big celebrities has reached out to him, expressing they want to play Batman. He's like, it'd be
Really?
easier to give you a list of people who don't want to play Batman. Everybody wants to be
Wow.
Batman. And he won't say what the big celebrity is, but a lot of people are thinking it might be like Jake Gyllenhaal might have threw his hat in the ring.
I'm sure you. I mean,
I would
you'd be
love to
kind of
see Jake
stupid. You'd
Gyllenhaal.
be stupid not to.
I wouldn't
Did you
mind
mention my
Jake
name?
Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed so. I assume so. Me and Jimmy were talking, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how it's going.
You went in his DMs. You said,
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
Yep.
Etc. You can't hate on James Gunn no more. I mean, you can. Your feelings are valid. Live your truth. But listen, his Superman movie did well in the box office. Percentage wise, it made more than Man of Steel. And Peacemaker's a hit on HBO Max. This guy, he won the day.
Yeah.
He won. Whether you like the content or not, we're allowed to like and dislike things. Like we don't care for Captain Marvel, but it still made $1 billion. You got to still give
Captain
him the
Marvel
W.
wasn't bad. Captain Marvel
No,
was
it's fine.
good.
It was fine. It
There
was
had a
it
lot of
was
'90s references in there.
it was weak for when it came out in the phase it came out in. If it
Mhm.
came out phase one, it would have been revolutionary. By phase three, because we're leading into it was after Infinity War. It was one of those movies they were doing after we've already saw her going back to her beginnings, and that always feels
Yeah.
kind of like redundant. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
give me her origin after you've already shown her.
Have you gone? Let me ask you a question. Have you gone back and rewatched any of these Phase 3 and Phase 4 movies?
I'm not the biggest movie rewatcher. I don't really rewatch things too much. If I do, it's like staples on an airplane. I have my
I think the
staples.
I think the last one I rewatched was Infinity War and Endgame. But besides that, I don't think I rewatched
I've rewatched Black Panther.
Wakanda Forever. I rewatched. But besides that, usually I would see it in theaters, and once it dropped in streaming, I rewatch it in streaming. But
There's just too much content.
there's so much
And
content.
it's not like I would love to go back and rewatch a bunch of them, but like I got Peacemaker and Gen V and then freaking The Paper and then the Charlie
Have you
Sheen
finished watching The
documentary.
Paper?
I haven't even started yet.
I
But that's my point. Am I going to go back and watch a movie I already seen or start something new when I barely have time?
Right.
Orange, did you see Fortnite is disabled the dance? They disabled it? No.
Why? Well, Sebastian plays Fortnite
They
hardcore.
disabled the Peacemaker dance. Are you talking,
Why?
yeah. Why? Is it like is it can you copyright a dance? Maybe you can copyright dance choreography.
Or maybe I don't know. Maybe it offended some snowflakes.
How? It's
I
just
don't.
it ain't
I don't know. People get offended for everything.
I'm offended right now.
You should be
Um,
offended.
so James Gunn talking about Batman. It's very exciting. They got a story together, so that's freaking great. Tom Holland was injured on the set of Spider-Man. He got a
I
concussion,
heard.
but I think he's back at it, which is interesting because Henry Cavill got injured on the set of Highlander. He showed a picture of his leg in a cast, and I think behind him you see something of Warhammer. So it's like a little spoiler of what's to come. And I refuse to eat anything with John China Cena. He
Cena.
ruined wrestling. Just like the no, 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 etc. We're gonna have to get on the horn. John Cena did not ruin wrestling. That wasn't his booking. I don't want to say Triple H, but whoever booked his final run needs to be sat down for a little bit. That wasn't Cena. If anything, Cena's probably the one that said, "Make me a babyface again and just let me go against the hits." That whole heel turn, that wasn't his booking. Stop it. um. Okay. Toys.
So my
Let's
toys.
take a look at some toys. I want to show. So, did you know that Armando? Uh, they do like the 12-inch figures, really amazing
Correct.
12-inch figures.
Yep.
But
Yep.
they've been dabbling into 6-inch figures, and we saw that with the real Ghostbusters line. But they're also doing a 6-inch He-Man
That's
figure,
dope.
and it might be the only He-Man figure you'll ever need ever again. And of course, it's based off of that 2000s cartoon.
Yeah.
But
Which was pretty good. We got some good toys out of that cartoon.
I mean, and he still looks He-Man enough that you can have him in your collection and doesn't feel like some offshoot. Like
I mean,
actually like
he
this
has
He-Man,
the sword, he has the axe, he has the the, the shield. I mean,
and his head is a little kind of like I don't want to say anime-ish, but his
yeah,
body's closer to how we because remember they were a little the animation style was just a little bit more thinner and leaner.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. I mean, it wasn't
here
Space He-Man, so
no, but
that's all I care about.
the toy looks like it's based off of the body they used for the regular Masters line, but they just gave him the accessories of the 2000s. Just I like it.
I like that too.
This looks freaking great. It's gonna probably go for I think the regular is 95 and the deluxe whatever it's called is gonna be like 115. But you get all of this. And then there are Clawless is coming out. I think that's his name. Clawless? I actually never knew
I don't
his
know.
name.
They had a lot of obscure mutants, a lot of
No,
obscure
but this is
bad
the one
guys.
with the lobster claw.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're really investing in this because the last He-Man run, it did not sell well.
This is
The retro,
Mondo. This is
yeah,
Mondo. And
I
Mondo,
know.
their 12-inch He-Man stuff sold.
You know, they might be banking on too that we're getting a movie. Nostalgia's going to run heavy with people. They made
Well,
it bigger too, an inch
well,
bigger
because
than
he's
actual
because
He-Man.
he's
That's cool.
well, so the Mondo 12-inch figures are like so detailed and hyper stylized, right? And they have a Mondo Battle Cat, which looks epic. So these things sell, they cost a lot, they resell for a lot. So like Mondo is getting into 6-inch versions of their popular stuff. So the real Ghostbusters line is like $100 a figure,
Hmm.
but it's like the best real Ghostbusters action figure collector's item you'll ever have.
Oh
So
man,
I
so
don't,
it cost me
I,
4 bills to put together the team.
but if you're getting deluxe more than that, because they have a deluxe pack that comes with the Ghost as well, and that's costing more. But yeah, pretty much. But it's they're dropping like a team member a year, a team member every 8 months. So it's not like you're buying them all at once.
Yeah,
But to say, I don't think they're capitalizing on anything Mattel's doing or the movie. I think like Mondo's just in their bag.
yeah. What they're going to do is they're smart. They're going to do this, and then I think the movie's going to stir up nostalgia, and the price of these are going to go up through the roof.
Oh yeah, but and Mondo doesn't drop a whole wave, so they drop, you know, like one figure at a time. This wave will be completed in like 4 years, so you'll already have He-Man hysteria. Hopefully, uh, we also getting this right here, dude. So we got some pictures.
Oh shoot!
So McFarlane is finally dropping. This is courtesy of Claudio's collection. McFarlane is dropping their 1966 Batmobile that fits the 7-inch Adam West figure.
Uh,
So this isn't part of that retro line. This is, as you see, it's just side by side with the '89 Batmobile. I don't. Did you ever get that Adam West?
I have no, I don't. I never got the 7-inch Adam West. I did really go hard into the
'66
retro
line.
66. I have I have the dioramas that you have.
Yeah.
I have the Bat Cave. I have the Wayne
So
Manor.
so
That's
this is the
cool.
one that'll be able to fit in that. Which means you can probably put, like, if you want to have West and Keaton sitting in that Batmobile, you can.
I'm still
Um,
not buying it though. I already
no,
have
no,
the other one. I have
I'm happy with
the
my Mattel.
yeah, me too.
Um, hold on, what'd you say, Hunter Iggy? It has the Nazi. Oh well, we
Uh,
can't talk about it too much because Chris is behind. But
all right.
maybe
Well,
we'll talk about it more next week.
I appreciate your spelling, your pay. What do we call it? But
Not spelling it,
monetize.
so we don't
You're,
get demonetized here.
yeah, you're
I
demonetized.
appreciate you too, Hunter. So yeah, we're getting that Batmobile. What else here? And then, dude, I think Austin C talked about this last week, but I wanted to just show you that Mezco 6-inch Joker figure that's dropping
Yep.
with the cloth goods. Now, the thing about Mezco is you can never trust their art rendering because it's so photoshopped. You just never know what the figure is going to look like.
Right.
But honestly, I might have to, Chris. This looks pretty dope.
It does look pretty dope.
And that's it for toys. Did you see the trailer?
Did I see the trailer?
Well, did you see the trailer, Chris?
Did I see the trailer? I've been hyped for a video game like this in a long time.
Bro, we got the Wolverine. This is a game I would have swore was never coming out. Like, we ain't getting no Wolverine game. But yo, they showed us the trailer. We got some gameplay here.
It's gonna be awesome. It's
It's
the same
gonna
people
be.
who did Spider-Man, right?
It isn't.
Insomniac.
It is. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like if it plays anything like Spider-Man, it's gonna be a good
But
time.
it's
Good storytelling.
bloody,
Yes, I mean you have claws. You
dude.
have claws. What else would you do with claws?
But we have to wait so long.
Fall
When is?
2026, right?
Wait. When is this? Is that what it said? Fall?
Yeah.
A year. It's almost like, don't even tell me. Don't show me no trailer. Don't even tell me about it. I don't want to know. But I'm very excited for this game. I think it's a long time coming.
Yeah.
Wolverine Origins doesn't get the love that it should. Wait, the
It was a
movie?
game. No, I guess he's saying it was a game.
Wait, Austin C. Yo, I was just
What up?
showing
What
off
up?
the freaking. When we talk, we were talking about the Mezco Joker last week, were we not? Just talking about that, etc. I didn't play the game, but that movie was not good. With this Wolverine game coming out, I also can't wait for the supposed Wonder Woman game. Man, these games be in development, and if it's anything like the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, that's a
Uh,
pass for me. That's a pass.
did
Like,
anybody play that? Or Midnight Suns? That's another one. Did anybody play that?
no one played Midnight Suns. No one played that Avengers game. No one played. Okay, Austin C. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong here, man. I saw this with a few things. With the Joker I just showed, with the Superman figure that's coming out, David Cornsweat. We can't trust these Mezco freaking artwork. They be photoshopping this joint. We hope that it comes out that good. Now, and usually Mezco does come out pretty good. But even on that Man of Steel Superman artwork years ago, he had a whole different S on his chest, the classic Superman. The movie was iffy, but the game was epic. I know I didn't play the game. Uh,
Huh. What it had to be
Probably
like what?
it had to be PlayStation 2, right?
No, three maybe
Really?
360. No, no. Let me see.
Austin C. Chris, can you look this up for me real quick? I know you
Yes,
only
I got you.
Austin. Listen, man. I'm not even trying to be a Mezco collector like that, but that Captain America figure is fire. It looks so freaking good. It looks so good. And there's a guy on TikTok who did a comparison between that one and the Mayfix one. Of course, completely two different figures, but it's amazing just how much he holds up. He looks
Got it.
good. I'm not even a Captain America fan like that. I'm not a
That's
Mezco
good.
collector like that. But
The 112th collective edition,
yeah, can you share your
Silver
screen?
Age. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming over right now. Hold on. Sorry.
I'm still holding hope from a final. I'm still holding out hope to finally create a very good Superman game. The only thing is we have that I did play Superman Returns, and I flew around in a void of a terrible open world. And they made it for Xbox 360, PS3, and PS2, Chris.
Yo,
This joint looks, and I will say, yeah, it looks, yeah. I mean, look at this. Look how great that looks.
that looks dope.
Like it almost makes you want to collect Mezco.
It does. It has a good balance of
Like
comic book
Migos,
cartoony.
old school,
Yeah,
and yeah,
yeah, but like a high quality like cartoony feel, which is I don't say
well,
that derogatory. Like it looks
no,
really
it's
cool.
honestly like when I my Superman, and they're not perfect, right? They do have issues.
Alexa, turn on patio lights.
But this Superman figure right here, I mean, there is something about not seeing all the joints be exposed, right? Like, but
I
but
agree.
but the fabric does have a lot of pulls on it because it's not made as well. Soft goods is where things are going. And I got to tell you, the fabric on this thing is pulling, but the fabric on where is he? My Gong Studios Superman. Like they need to fix the cloth goods on these
Look,
guys.
I don't need a toy that I have to do upkeep on. If I have to do maintenance, I don't need a toy I have to do maintenance on.
It's not maintenance, but like you can't. Like the reason why the fabric's pulling on this is just because I touched it. Like that's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
weird and delicate this is. But the Gong Studios joint, no, it's this one is so durable. Like no pulling, I can pose them. The fabric doesn't. So Mesco needs to step it up. But yes,
Yeah.
I mean soft good. Honestly, Chris, I would pay money for Mezco Blade, dude. And they give you like all the freaking weapons and accessories.
I think
Hell
we've
yeah!
showed it once before.
There's a
Hold on.
Mezco Blade.
I'm gonna see. I don't know. Maybe. I know we looked at one high-end Blade figure before.
There's a soft goods.
Perfect Mezco. Oh, so is that a Mezco Blade? Yeah, there is a
And
Mezco Blade.
Austin C. I don't know how you feel about third party figures, but I definitely jumped into. I bought the Fantastic Worm Man figure. That's Mezco. Oh shoot!
Mezco.
Honestly, they have their own charm about them. But what I like about them, and what I like about Mayfex is that they make both Marvel and DC,
Yeah,
right? So I can have Captain America standing next to my Superman figure, and they look like they're in the same universe.
yeah,
Like they
that's
look like they're
cool.
made in the same world. You got the Gong Studios Superman and Shazam. I
Yeah,
didn't get this. We were talking about that. I didn't get the Shazam. Somebody said like one of their things broke on it. But wouldn't you agree that Mesco needs to like step up their suit fabric, bro? Chris, I'm not saying. Listen, we gonna get Chris into this high end figure collecting.
I mean, look, I'm spending money on retro. I'm already spending the money. It's not. It's just a me. It's just an object of me pivoting.
That's true.
Because
And you don't need. And this is a place where you buy what you like. Don't if you want to go down the rabbit hole.
I know.
it's,
I
we
know.
got a proton pack to get. What you doing?
Shoot.
Busting makes me feel good. Okay, on that note, we're out of here, man. We've been here for just over an hour. We try to keep these shows at an hour. I got to go watch some TV. Chris got to go. What do you got to go do?
I'll go pick up food, actually. Actually, that's a
Gotta,
good point. Shoot, I gotta
gotta,
go pick up the food.
gotta go pick up some food. Thank y'all for jumping in. Hunter, Iggy, Austin, C, etc., so on and so forth. Thank you guys for joining us on Sunday. You guys make it fun. And if you're catching this on the replay, thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll be back, man. We're here live, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and 6 p.m.
There it is.
Central time.
How do you know your time zones, Lawrence?
Because we never had to learn about
You
Central
know there's one
time.
more. You know there's one more time zone.
Stop it.
There is.
Oh, Oz's come, Chris. Hot toys.
Austin is
Let's
calling me out. You know what,
go.
Austin? You know what? I don't know if you were in the beginning. I spent a bunch of money on Voltron, and it's not that hard of a transition to spend $100 on a figure.
Thank you, bro. I will say this. Whether it's Mezco, whether it's Hot Toys, whether it's InArt, you do need like a very expensive, very well sculpted, like '89 Batman. Like
Yeah,
you need at least one
I think I've been thinking
grail
about it too.
of like that.
I agree.
Like
I agree. I
somebody
wouldn't
who's a
buy a
big
Batman, Superman, Spider-Man,
yeah,
probably a Wolverine. I want like a really high-end one of like each of the major guys I really like.
yeah. You kind of need that, I would say. And even if you only had one, like Hot Toys Batman, like that thing up. I mean, it's a conversation piece.
It
You
is.
know.
I should put it. You should put it on the coffee table here so everyone can see it. My wife will love that.
Oh, she'll love it. She'll love it. Austin C agrees with me. Thank y'all so much for watching. We are out of here. We'll be back to talk more toys next week. See what we spent our money on.
Yep.
Hold on, Chris. Bustin' makes me feel good.
Good.
You're ridiculous.